Hey everybody, Timo from Padel FYI here. So a really funny thing happened on the court yesterday. And when I say a funny thing happened, I mean this is truly ridiculous. So stay tuned. So it is the quarterfinals of the World Padel Tour Open in Brussels. And the new pair, Sanyo Gutierrez and Momo Gonzalez, are playing against Alex Ruiz and Juan Teo, also a new pair in fact. The score was 6-1, 5-4, with Sanyo and Momo Gutierrez about to close out the second set. It was a golden point and match point. Momo Gonzalez is serving to Juan Teo. So I'm gonna go through the series of events leading up to this point so we can then go back to them and figure out how to interpret what eventually happened. So first, Momo serves to Alex Ruiz. Alex returns with a lob to Momo. Momo hits a bandeja. Teo hits a, let's call it mediocre lob, and Sanyo rockets a vibra. Alex does a spin to hit the ball back after it bounces on both walls. He lands on the ground and pushes himself up. Sanyo plays a deep backhand volley to Alex's ankles while he's basically still on the ground. Alex blocks the ball before falling backward onto the ground. Sanyo then smashes Alex's bad lob out of the court for 4 meters, ending the point. Or did it? And what happens in the next second is very telling, and it reminds us all of Ali Galan running back onto the court really quickly to serve a few weeks ago. Sanyo and Momo, of course, celebrate winning the match. They give each other high fives, take the rackets off their wrist straps, and walk to the net to shake hands with Juan and Alex. Juan also takes his racket off his wrist strap. Then he looks at his partner Alex, who's still on the ground and now holding up his hand with his watch, looking at the umpire. Juan Teo now looks at the umpire, and you'll realize that I now skipped a step. Let's call it 9B. Right as Sanyo is hitting the ball that will then go out for 4 meters, Alex goes to push him up, and his wristwatch falls off. It takes 12 seconds for one announcer to interrupt the other to say, wait, I think something's going on the court, because it's so subtle. And here's where a little devil on Alex's shoulder says, Alex, I think you should mention that your wristwatch fell off. So what I think needs to be confirmed here is whether Alex Ruiz's watch fell off before Sanyo was able to hit the ball out for 4 meters. Alex requests a video review. The reviewers go over it for over 3 minutes. The commentators are kind of awkwardly trying to decide what to not say. And they come back and they determine that, in fact, it was valid. Alex Ruiz's contestation was valid, and they have to replay the point. By the way, I took a look at the FIP regulations regarding a let point, and it's extremely vague. I looked through the whole thing. The only thing that's relevant here is related to this Rule 10, repetition or let point. Basically, any element not part of the game invades the court area. And then letter D here, if a player considers that according to regulation, a let situation has arisen, they must alert the umpire immediately. Otherwise, they lose their right to it, and the umpire decides if it's appropriate or not. So this reminds me of a situation that I've seen a lot in pro matches where the ball can come out of the player's pocket. At that time, usually what happens is they award the player a let. For the first time that it happens, when I play matches myself, what often happens is that balls come onto our court from another court, and we usually play the point. But it's different because this is more of one specific player's fault, this wardrobe malfunction issue. And it's not at such a crucial moment when the point was basically already lost. In the end, the video reviewer sided with Alex Ruiz, and then they wound up going to tie break, which of course Sanyo Gutierrez and Momo Gonzalez wound up winning. However, it was really close. Also, it should be noted that Alex Ruiz has since issued an apology on his Instagram account.
Hola a todos, viendo un poco en frío todo lo que ha pasado, la verdad que no me ha gustado absolutamente nada de lo que he hecho. Dicen que los que se equivocan en realidad están aprendiendo, y yo creo que a mi sincera disculpa tanto a Sanyo como a Momo, darle la enhorabuena a ambos por el gran partido que han hecho de principio a fin y desearle toda la suerte del mundo en lo que resta del torneo. Ahora toca asumir mi error, seguir aprendiendo, pedir disculpas a todos y prometernos que a jubilar este reloj ya, porque es algo increíble. Así que nos vamos por vivo, una semana a descansar para volver al trabajo y darlo todo.
saying, I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. That was not the right thing to do.
Something I want to pose to you guys is, should this rule change? Should things be made a little bit clearer? Looking forward to your feedback.